Hello everybody, Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and we're here to have some fun together. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. Hi Giovanna. Oh, I was hoping we were going to get some rain today, but all it did, no glitter tonight. None, zero, no glitter. Oh goodness. I was gonna open my mail first because I got a stat here. And this one's from Elise in Canada. And we'll do this, and I've got a Joanne haul I want to share with you guys. And then we'll do a prompt session, of course. After 7:30, I have made a twist again. So we're going to do something a little different. So her envelope is gorgeous. Make sure there's no things. Oh, these are cute. Hi, Becky. I made you 2 ATCs. One with explanation of the garter stitch, LOL, to help you learn your knitting. And then there's a postcard too. So that was 2 things there. And then she sent these here. Let's see what we've got. And we've got a bunch of folks coming in. Welcome, everybody. Let me see. I said hello to Giovanna. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Holly. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Joyce. Goodness. Danny. Congratulations, Danny, on selling that house. That's awesome. Joyce, Vicky S. Gloria. Linda Morrill. Sharon Lombard. Okay, I think I've said the hi's to everybody. These goodies came from Elise in Canada. Look at this charm. Isn't this pretty? Let's see if I can get it. It's got butterflies on it and lots of dangly beads. I need to do a journal with just from Happy Meal. I might do it with the envelopes and save this for that. I need to put those aside. But then here's her ATC, Butterflies, Flowers That Fly, and All But Sing, Robert Frost. Isn't that one pretty? And then this one is so stinking cute. Look, she made, I can get the bag open. That pinching motion is something my fingers don't like to do anymore. Oh dear. Oh, I hope I can get it out of here. I might have to cut the bag. There we go. But she made little knitting needles out of toothpicks. Look, they got little beads on the ends. And then she's actually knitted a little bit right there. Isn't that neat? Happy knitting. That is so stinking cute. Garden stitch equals knit all the stitches. So these will go in my binder, and I'll save the bag aside to reuse. And this will save aside for a project. I'll put it with her envelope because I'm going to make a journal out of all the decorated envelopes that come in. Let me get my binder up here so we can add these ATCs to the binder. And I'll put her postcard in here too. I need to find a binder pages like these that'll hold the postcards. I think there's a couple slots left in this page here. So I'll slide them in here. Uh-oh. The knitting needles may not fit. Let's see if I can get them in there. Oh, it's going to catch. I'll have to figure out a way to get that in the pocket. Maybe if I do it the right way, that would help. Let's see. Let's go and put it in upside down. Let's see. If it tears a little bit at the top, that would be okay. Let me just, I'll just snip a little section so that toothpick knitting needle can poke out a little bit. I'll just have to remember it's there so I don't poke myself with it. There we go. I think it's in as far as it's going to go. There we go. So I got it in the book. So I'm just going to close this and leave it right here. Hi, Janet. Hi, Laura. Hi, Cheryl. Let me see who all else I missed. Hey, Beth. Yeah, we've missed you, Danny. We need to get Judy back in here. Is Judy in here tonight? I didn't see her. Welcome to everybody that's coming over from the Jersey Crafter too. I know she was going to share that I was coming on tonight, and we're going to do a prompt session in a little bit. And also, you guys, if you aren't subscribed to the Jersey Crafter, we need to help her get to 1,000 so that she can use the YouTube app, because you have to have, I think, 1,000 subbies to use it. So if we can help her get to 1,000, that would be awesome. But her channel is The Jersey Crafter. All right, I'm going to open the next envelope and look at the back of this one. Isn't that pretty? And this one was from Deborah Adams, and she lives here in South Carolina, not far from the house we own, really. Oh, look at them. They cute. Make sure I got everything out of the envelope. They are so stinking cute. Joy comes from being with a friend. And she's got a note here for me. Aww. These are so cute. Oh, look, another charm. This says Becky, and then it's got the paper clip attached to it. That's so cute. That is neat. That's those little letters like they used to way back in the day would make the baby's name bracelets. Do you remember those? Hi, Violet. Janet has put the Jersey Crafters channel link above. So if y'all would go sub her, that'd be awesome when you get a chance. This little envelope is so cute. I'll have to keep that with her other envelope. Look, Chief Cat Herder. Isn't that stinking cute? And she signed the back for me. And then look, she's put in a little piece of cat fabric. Aren't they adorable? Those are so cute. I missed something, Beth. Why are you sore, hon? I hope it lets up. I'm going to put all this here, back in here, so I don't mess them up. And I'll put her card back in her envelope, too. I'll put the cat herder card in here. These are all from you guys. Well, some I've made, but they're from swaps. I always keep one card that I create. I keep for myself so I can remember which cards I sent out. And but the rest of them came from y'all. Next envelope comes from, I've blacked it out so much I can't see it. But these are mostly ATC swaps, if I remember, if I think right. But I've been saving them for tonight. I cannot see. I know I cut it. Well, There we go. All right. Oh, look at the cute envelope. I think this was from, I don't remember. I think it's from Janet. No, Beth. No, that's Beth. Let's see who it's from. Janet. Okay, it was Janet. Because Janet made these cute envelopes. Isn't this cute? And then there's a little flap to hold it closed. That's cute. Oh, red birds. Cardinals. So thank you, Janet. I can keep this envelope with your other envelope and include them all in the... That envelope is neat. I like that. Slide that over. I've got to add Janet's now. I would just leave it open, but the glare from the packs, I think, is a little much. All right. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Ruth. All right. Got some flowery stickers. Hello Us card. Some little borders. And this is from Sharon Lombard. You're the best. That's pretty. I wonder, Sharon, is Sharon Lombard in here? I think I saw her. Did you use tinsel from the Christmas tree? Can you guys see the silver? It looks like tinsel from the Christmas tree. How on earth did you wrangle that? What is the silver? That is interesting. I swear it looks just like tinsel from the Christmas tree. But these are adorable too. And I'll keep them with your envelope. And then when I do that journal with all the painty envelopes, I'll have bits to decorate with as well. No glitter. It's a glitter-free zone tonight. I'm hoping the postcards I mailed out the other day get to you, the three of you that I mailed them to, because they were really kind of sparkly. Now this is from Beth. Well, oh, look, she sent me some chamomile tea and some yummy I've never had caramel tea. That's interesting. And then here's her ATC. It says meaningful. That's pretty. And it's got a tie-dye heart on it. Well, I'm not going to keep these in the bag. I got to take those to the kitchen in a little bit, but I'll keep your envelope for the envelope journal I'm planning. Stick this back here in the binder. Let's see, which way do I want to put it in here? I guess this way. One more envelope, and this one is from Journey. It sounds very interesting. I will have to try that. Not yet, Kathy. This is the last envelope, and this one is from Journey. I like the poem she's got on the back. It says, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life," from Picasso. So she sent me some fabric bits here. A pretty purple. And the old blue and red ledger paper. and a little saying with a plant drawing on it. I'm not going to read all of it out loud, but then there's this beauty on the back. That's an old-timey rose there that does the single blossoms like that. And then some pretty lace and another bit of fabric and oh, some tea bag circles. And then this says, the path to a friend's house is never long. Look at the tree she did on there. And of course, I'm going to take that out of there. I want to do some of that tea bag painting, but I need to look up how they're doing it because I've never done that before. And I need a clue, man. So we'll put these back in her envelope. Thank you, Journey. Journey and Deborah and Janet and Beth and Sharon. Is that everybody? Oh, Deborah Adams. Oh, I want to take it out of this bag and put it in my pouch here. Now, I shared a haul from Goodwill yesterday over on Tanya's channel, but do y'all want to see what I found in case you missed it over there? It's not a lot. I spent a whopping $8. There's the Jersey Crafter. Jersey Crafter girl, I can't remember your name for nothing tonight. I'm sorry. But I've been sending everybody over to sub you to get you to your 1,000. Okay. All right. Because I didn't know how many got to see it on Tanya's channel. But I found something for Janet. And I'm going to send these to you, Janet, because you said you can't find any. I'm going to send these two to you. And I think I paid like 50 cents a piece for them. So I got those two because they're kind of, they're newer ones. This one was from 1986, the year my son was born. And then this one was 1987. So I don't have any qualms, altering something like this. So I didn't think Janet would either. But now these older ones I found, I'm going to put that stuff over there. I found some older ones. I found this one. This is the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And this was from 1949. This was copyrighted 1949. It's missing its back cover, but I'm not going to alter this one. But what I might like to do is just copy these on the copier. Some of these at Christmas time. I can just, run them through, scan them and run them through. Look at that old Santa and the elves. They look more like gnomes, don't they? I just love the pictures. So I got that one that I won't alter. And I'm not going to alter this one either because it's from 1953. And I love the images in here. To me, if I use this art can't be replaced. So if I can run copies of it and use it just in my own art. Look at the dog. He's made some bones there. They're just so stinking cute. Squirrels eating some nuts. And anything before 1960, I just think is awesome. Here's the original Saggy Baggy Elephant. And it's missing its cover. Tanya pointed that out to me. But it has they don't do this anymore. Like you don't see a cover and then have another cover inside, I don't think. I don't think they do that anymore. But these pictures are just so stinking cute. And then this one I am going to alter. It's from 1981. but I love the size. So I'm just going to alter this one. And I've got to look up how they do that too. But the older ones, I just want to scan and print. Now, these are because Lisa had gotten those pretty squares at the thrift store, and then she put together that really beautiful vintagey background, and then you can't see it anymore. And we all took a picture of her, just her squares laid out. And I saw this for $1.79. It's flannel squares, and I think there's enough here to do a baby quilt. Because look, I've got all of these and all of these, and I don't have to cut anything out. I just have to sew these together. There's not a lot of the green and white dots, but I can work with it. Because see what I can do. I'm just going to plan out a block real quick. I could do a 9 patch. Put this one in the center. And use 4 of these. 4 of those, and I can use 4 of the, I can't remember the name of this animal print. I think it's Jungle Animals. See, I can make 9 patch blocks and have the white dot be the one in the center. So see, that'll make at least I think a 12-inch block, it looks like. Yes, the vintage children images are awesome. So I'm going to make a little quilt out of this and just add it to my stash of things I've made for babies. In case somebody around me has a baby, I have a gift made ahead. And then that way, you know, if I get invited to a shower, I don't have to think about making anything. It'll be made. So there was those. I'm not going to bother putting them back in the bag. I got some water balloons for 89 cents. And the reason I needed these is to make balloon flowers. You know, where you blow the balloon up and then you dip it in the paint and then you put it down. And then when it's dry, you just do like a swirly kind of circle around it and add a center. And you make these flat flowers that you can add to projects. And these were only 89 cents. Yeah, I don't have a problem with cutting because I use my rotary mat and rulers and stuff. So that the cutting part doesn't get me. It's the sitting at the machine piecing gets to my back. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Leslie. And who all else is here that I missed? And Sun and Moon Crafts is Rosa, guys. And Leslie says that after she prints, she uses Spectrafix. I will have to look that down. Mark it down. Let me write that down because that's what I want to do with those old books. Spectrafix. On my never-ending supply list that just keeps growing. I bought this little bowl for 89 cents because there was a little bowl like this here that was my sister-in-law's favorite. Because for anybody that doesn't know, our current living situation is we're temporarily living, this is going on the 4th year, we've been in this temporary situation, in a cottage that Scott's sister owns. So the dishes and stuff that were here, except for the ones that we've bought at the thrift store, were his sister's. Well, there was a little bowl like this that she loved to eat her cereal out of, and it was sitting on the corner next to the stove, and I hit it with my elbow and it went to the floor and it smashed into like a million pieces. So I saw this one and I said, I'm going to get one of those and put it and wash it and put it back in the cabinet. But it's a different pattern, but it's the same size bowl. So hopefully she'll be okay with that. I hope. And they wrapped that bowl in this beautiful, beautiful treasure trove of circles. Bubble wrap. It's the huge kind too. So this needs to go in my box of stuff. All right. Now the rest of this, I got half off because the blue stickers were 50% off. This was a Planters Peanuts jar, collector's jar. I use these in my craft room and in my kitchen. I put, you know, dried beans and things in these because then you can see what's inside and it looks really pretty all lined up on the shelf full of goodness. So this and the bowl need to go to the kitchen and be washed. This is the only thing I didn't get to putting up from yesterday's playtime. Look at these. It's late homework notices. Scott said, this is going on your permanent record. They'll have evidence because you send one home and the teacher keeps a copy. Oh, that's so cool, Kendra. You'll have to do like I'm going to and use them. But these were half off too. So I got these for like 45 cents. And I'm going to put some of these in Happy Mail. And I'll make sure you get both copies, both the teachers and the students' copy. Now this I got half off too. And it's following my rule. No over $1. I won't go over $2 when I buy thrifted yarn. Unless it's wool or, you know, something really specific. All right, Rose, rest your eyes. We don't want you to, you know, damage them. Hi, Mary. Hi, Denise Joe. And so this was 89 cents, but then it's a blue tag. So I got it for 45 cents. And it's the Kmart. It came from Kmart. So this is like old as all get out. And I don't even know if you can get Sayel yarn anymore. And then I got this tub because it had a blue sticker. And they wanted $2.89 for this, but I got it 50% off. I would not have paid $3 for this. So I paid $1.45. So that was my thrift haul. I spent a whopping $8 that day. Now, I don't know if you guys have the Joann's app on your phone. Hi, Barb. Got a full house tonight. Hello, everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hi, Carol. Joann's sends out text messages for their coupons or additional sales. Well, Sunday, I get this text first thing in the morning, and it says, additional 30% off all clearance. And that included the clearance fabric and the clearance stuff in the back. And I knew there was something there that I've been wanting, but I still didn't want to quite pay what they had the clearance price for it. But at 30% additional off, I went and I checked things out. So let me show you what I got. This was on our way out of town. We were headed back up here. So we stopped at the Joann's that I used to manage. Nobody I knew back then is still there. It's all new people. So nobody knows me anymore. Nobody says, hi, Beck. None of that. So I bought the rest of the bolt of this, and I'm going to make myself a shirt. Gina Ahrens has inspired me, and I've decided I'm going to make myself a few things. And because I bought the end of the bolt on this fabric, I'm trying to figure out how she did this. Let me see if I can find where she put this on here. Okay. I'm not sure how many yards. I think this is a little over 2 yards. And I think she charged me This came to a whopping less than $5 for all of this fabric. Yeah, less than $5 for all of this fabric. And then I bought the rest of this bolt. See, what she did is she took the 2 yards and charged me what the sale price would have been. And then the ending part that was less than a yard, she gave it to me as a remnant. So when they do that, what happens is you get the sale price, you get the additional 30, and then they take 50% off of that last little bit of whatever's on the yard. So this was 0.444, so a little less than half a yard I got for $1.55. And then I got this because I thought this would be pretty. And I can't remember, she did the same thing for this. She gave me end of bolt pricing on it. So I think I paid, I can't remember how these receipts work. The amount I paid was $2.64 less $1.32 for almost another whole yard, 0.945. So she gave me that as a remnant. So I paid $1.32 for that last, basically a yard, and then 2 yards at $2.79 a yard. But then with the sale, it was $5.58 for the 2 yards. So a little over $2.50. So watch for that if you're a sewer at all. And I got these out of the clearance department because it was an additional 30 off clearance. And I was so tickled that it included the fabric. And I'll show you the pattern. I'll leave these right here so you can still see those. I got the pattern over here. I didn't buy the pattern Saturday or Sunday. But I never pay full price for patterns either because they rotate. Like 1 week they'll do McCall's, 1 week they'll do Simplicity, 1 week they'll do Vogue. So I always pay the $1.99 for a pattern. But out of these fabrics, I want to make the little shorts, the no sleeveless shirt here. And I might make it a little bit longer and wear it with leggings. So I'm going to get 2 shirts for less than I could get, in my time. Of course, my time is worth something, but it would take less time than hunting at the thrift store, and it'll be made well because I'll be making it. Okay, then I got some remnants. Got these 2 remnants. Okay, and y'all know the deal with the remnants at Joann's. Okay, it's 50% off the current selling price. So if you go into Joann's and a fabric is on sale and there's a remnant in the bin and you notice that it's in the sale section, it does not matter what it says here. It will ring up whatever the sale price is. It won't ring this up. It'll say, okay, that SKU is on sale. So you'll get the sale price and then they'll take 50% off. Just an FYI. But I think Journey, is Journey in here? It is really warm in here, you guys. I'm going to have to turn this down. I think talking makes me get hot. Anyway, but if Journey's in here, Journey, you were looking for, or I don't know if it was Journey or not. Who was looking for burlap? That's what I need to know. Somebody was looking for burlap. Now this is a big piece of fabric. It's almost a full yard, and I paid $2.94. It says I got 65% off for remnants that day too. So they took an additional off the remnants that day. But it's a sewing theme, so I can make something for my sewing room. Violet looking for the burlap. Violet, do you care what color it is? Because I have this. And I have some pink. And burlap, is wide. So I could share some of this with you if you want me to. Do you want some of this, Violet? Hi, is it Zoilo Rodriguez? You don't care about the color. Okay, I'll send you some burlap. So that fabric was, the burlap came to $3.99 minus $2.59. So basically, I probably paid about $2.59. So I'm gonna set those aside. And this is what the whole thing that I said I've got to go check and see if it's still there. Look at all these arrows, and there's a feather in there. It was $13.97, but I got another 30% off on this. I paid $9.78 for this. And you get all of these. So you get 1, 2, 3 different feathers, and then a whole bunch of different arrows that you can cut out. And look, they did a wall hanging with it. Aren't these awesome? And I got them for like $9. So I'll set those aside. Then I got some of these Spectrum Noirs in the grayscales. I thought these would be fun to play with. Hi, Nettie. And these were 30% off too. So I got the Spectrum Noirs for $4.53. So I've never used these, but I thought the grayscales could be fun to learn shading. And then the last thing I picked up was some clear Elmer's. $4.47 is what it's marked, but I paid $3.13. So pay attention to your Joann app when it goes off, especially on the weekends, because they take an additional amount off. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is an art chat. I'm not sure what you're getting at about cheese. We talk art here, art and crafts, and share finds. So maybe if you're worried about wine and cheese, you need to go on. And one more thing. They got these at CVS, and they're $3. They're refrigerator trays. And what I'm thinking of using them is for when I'm putting together a project. I can put all the bits in these. But I got 3 of them. And I thought these would be, thank you, Mary. These would be fun to have to set things aside, you know, for a bigger project. As I come across things, I could put them together. And I think these will help me use my stash up. Hi, Laurel. So those are the goodies I've come up with out shopping about. And I haven't spent a whole lot of money. I think my grand total at Joann's with the fabric and everything was $33.79. So that's not bad. All right, let me get you guys ready to do a dirty dozen. I've already put prompts together here, and I got a twist for it. Thanks, Janet. So get a journal out, get a piece of watercolor paper, mixed media paper, scrapbook paper, anything that you have that you can do a prompt session on. And we're going to play a prompt session. And let me grab my paper. I should have grabbed it out earlier. That's fine. And I know Mary works on huge pieces. And I always do these 9x12s because I can get quite a few postcards. And I'm really liking doing the postcards and mailing them. Oh, and you can use lightweight cardboard from like cereal box or any of that. But what we've been doing is we do 12 prompts and then we cut them up and make artist trading cards to swap or postcards. So I like to do the ATCs and swap if I have people in the room wanting to swap. So I'll let you guys decide if you'd rather do, if anybody wants to swap with me, if you want an artist trading card, I need to know before I start chopping on it. Okay, who all is playing? Whoops, Mary hid Mindy, but Janet got her out. That's okay, as long as we didn't get her stuck in jail, as Mary says. Don't stick her in jail. Oh no. Kathy's got a horrible headache from coughing so much. I've got to do a little cat herding. You guys know it happens. All right. Who's coming in? Come on. I thought I heard you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Are you coming? Callie? Come on. Come on. Where's Tippy? Go get your supper. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do. Hi, Tanya. I understand, Kathy. I hope your headache feels better. I'm sure Mindy will forgive you, Mary. It's fine. So what I want you to do is I want each of you to choose 3 colors and write them down on a piece of paper or something. Just write 3 colors of your choice, okay? All right, so if you're playing around along, write down 3 colors of your choice. All right. So if you've got your 3 colors chosen, just let me know you're ready. And this is how this is going to work. No matter what the prompt says, you have to use one of those 3 colors. Okay? So I'll pull a prompt, and then you get to choose which of your 3 colors you're going to use to fulfill that prompt. How does that sound? Uh-oh, Kathy's spinning. I'm not seeing any issue here. Hi, Elise. I got your ATC and I put it in my binder. I opened it at the beginning. So, okay, is everybody ready? Okay, Charity's ready. Jersey Crack. Okay, everybody's ready. All right, so you've got your 3 colors. You can use any 3 colors you want. I'm going to use green, blue, and yellow. Ready? First one says neon markers or pencils. If you don't have neon markers or pencils, you can use just some kind of marker. But I was trying to throw in the ones that some of y'all told me some things you have in your stash that have not been used in a while. So I'm trying to throw them in. So I've got, one of these is neon. Extreme colors. Okay, I've got a neon green. That's one of my colors. And I've got a cat that wants out again. All right, Chica. What you doing? What you doing? Go find Tippy for me. I got to tell you guys something. We just got back from lunch. Oh, Denise has a question. Can you use different shades? Yes, yes, you can. But we had just gotten back from lunch. We went to China Star for lunch today. And Scott said, there's the flail mower. Well, the flail mower comes through and it trims the sides of the street, you know, the grass and stuff from the side of the street. And it trims the trees back from the street too. They raise that one mower up so it's mowing kind of in the air. Scares the daylights out of me, but it cleans up the sides. Well, there's been this iris that came up within the right-of-way. And I told Scott, doggone it, I really wanted to get that before they came through with the mowers again. And he left for work, and I ran down to the garage, and I got a shovel, and I went up there really quick, and I dug that up, and I've got it in a pot in front of the house now. So I don't know if I'm the only one that does that or not. Howard. Howie. You didn't eat very much. You want to go out. You're going to make me work for it tonight, aren't you? Huh? Okay. It's really green. Hey, come on. Meow. Look at me. Oh, there's a man with a dog. Look at that dog. So I had to rescue that. Yeah, and there's some black-eyed Susans up the street too, and I was going to snitch some of those. I just don't have a lot of places fixed to move stuff to, and trying to keep things alive in pots. And with us gone, you know, every other weekend, and sometimes you have to water the plants in pots a couple times a day here because it's so hot. And keep in mind, a lot of this will get buried in, you know, the rest of the prompts. So you can use as little or as much color as you want. And I'm just trying to do these rectangles, and I'm probably shaking you guys. Sorry. Sorry. I'm trying to do better about keeping up with chat tonight. It moves so fast every once in a while. Yeah, it was a clump, and I think it's got about 6 individual iris, but you know, they've been mowed down every year before they got to do anything, so they're kind of spindly. I'll see what develops. When we lived in our very first house, it was a smaller house with a smaller yard, and you know, if somebody was new in the neighborhood, the first thing they would do is they dig up all the bushes and throw them at the street. And Scott and I had one car back then. I was a stay-at-home mom until my son was a teenager. I stayed home. And so if I needed to go anywhere, I'd have to get up, take him to work. And we lived within walking distance of the school. So I would just walk our son to school each day when he was little, when he was in elementary school. And Scott said, you know, you really have to be a sight when you come walking home and you're lugging bushes, as you're walking along, you've got these bushes, dragging them along. I said, yeah, but I'm getting bushes for our yard for free. And they're not going to a landfill. I said, I'm not full of that much pride that I can't save these bushes and give them new life in our yard. I mean, if they want to throw them out. Trying to color faster. Don't forget to go off the edge of your paper some too, so that when you cut them up into things, you know, it looks like it keeps going. That's all I'm going to do to that. So when you guys are ready, let me know. I'm sorry, Mark, I can't go upstairs for you. I'm so sorry. Mark needs us to go and go upstairs and set up his stuff so he can do his videos after a while. Okay, Charity. I just know how fast everything dries out here. Oh, you've got thunder. Yeah, I saw where Texas was getting more rain. We have got nothing. Just a few little drops. All right. Laurel is ready. Danny's ready. Jersey Crafter's ready. Holly's ready. Mary's probably going, I'm not ready. Hi, Christine G. Color to the edge or off the edge. Oh, boy. Hi, Sandy. All right. The next one's Stencil. So remember, you can use any of your 3 colors in any shade you want. So I'm going to need to grab a stencil and something to stencil with. Let's see, I'm going to use blue. Let's see here. These used to be bigger stencils, and they were together, and there was 4, but I like them. I like to use them cut apart because I found I use them more often when they're smaller. Uh-oh. I've been bad, and I just kind of threw the dishes in the sink. So I've got to do dishes before Scott gets home. So I'll have to keep that in mind. See, I turn the stencil too as I'm using it, since these are going to be chopped up anyway. So why worry about which direction it is? The only time I might worry is if It's going to be artist trading cards that I'm swapping. And there's a design that's got a definite top and bottom. Other than that, I just kind of turn them this way and that. I've been watching some of the homesteading kind of people that do the, gardening and stuff like that. I've been watching them. And that new young lady I found that's in Texas, she's got the most beautiful garden every year. I've been watching some of her old videos too. Now I'm just trying to use up paint. Uh-oh, listening to the thunder's making her lazy, she says. Have you found some things you haven't used in a while, Lisa? So your sponge holds a ton of paint that, if you wash them and reuse them like I do, it's not really, it's like pouring the paint down the sink. I just try to use it up. And then sometimes I'll even just kind of smoosh across like this to get the paint off from the stencil. And you get a different effect, a different look to the pieces that you've stenciled. So it looks like some of them have shifted and are kind of floating like you'd see in Tetris or something. Bernadette, chill, chick. She's jealous because I'm talking to you guys. And this way you get different shades of the same colors too. So there, now I've got color just about everywhere. I don't have my bottle of water in here to throw my sponge in, but I've got my wet old Scott's t-shirt. I shouldn't say that. He's not old. He's only 60. I meant his t-shirt was old. If you guys see tool using primate kick in, that's Scott. Thanks, Lisa. All right, Nettie is ready. And I just like using this t-shirt so much better than baby wipes because I don't get all that fuzzy stuff everywhere. Mary's ready, 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 ready. All right. Well, you guys, I have passed 2,600. So when I get to 3,000 subscribers, which won't be too much longer, I don't guess, I might do another random hidden giveaway. So make sure you're taking time to leave comments because that's how I'm doing my giveaways anyway, because I've found that when you do like a giveaway, you get a lot of people come, they subscribe just for the giveaway. And then after the giveaway, they're gone. So I figure the best way to alleviate that is to give it to somebody that's, on my channel all the time, is in chat and is commenting and that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's that. Hi, Lynn. All right, here we go, guys. Alcohol inks or sprays. So if you don't have the alcohol inks, go ahead and use some sprays. I guess I should write these down so I can put them in the... I'll use the back of this paper from the remnant thing. So the first one was, I can't remember if I did this last week or not. I don't remember if I went back and put the prompts. I'm going to try very hard to do it tonight so that anybody watching the playback can just go to the description box and get the prompts. And we do 12 prompts. I have extra prompts in here. If anybody decides there's a prompt that they don't particularly want to do, I can pull you another one. Just letting you know that right now. I need... I'll get some rags to protect my computer. My son, being the smart aleck that I raised, I had that quote on that page the other day. It says, "Some see weeds, others wishes," when I did the dandelion page. And he gave me a reply of some marijuana plants. I was like, not that kind of weed, dude. He's such a smart aleck. I don't know where he gets it from. Anyway. Good enough. I'm going to wipe that because a lot of my sprayers are all messed up. And it's my own fault because I don't wipe them off before I put them up. What is the matter, baby girl? I'm going crazy with the spray. I'm going to use this stuff up one way or another. Yeah, that would make sense, Mark. Then we could just plop that on there to protect our laptops. All right. What did I do with that? I brought my popcorn over here that I made last night. I had half of the bag left and I was going to eat it before I came on here. And then I forgot to do that. Somewhere I have that book I made out of my pre-op stuff. And I was going to use it as my catch-all book. I'm not real sure what happens when you clean up and you can't find anything. Well, I'll just grab my really old journal because I've got some blank pages in it. Let's see here. And I'll just do this. Sop up some of that spray. I started this one in 2013, back before Scott got the job up here. I'll just keep that page to put stuff on. All right, I've got a ready and a ready and a... Do we have a troll poo? Yeah. Thank you, Janet. All right. Oops, I got two. Let's do this one. Splatter with purple. Splatter with purple. Guess I'll have to get some water. Sorry about that. Remember I said I'd put everything in the sink? Yeah, it was in the way. Let's see. There's not a lot of this left. I need to write that down too. I gotta watch Lisa's videos on the weaving so I can be set up for tomorrow on her channel. This won't take me but a second to do now that I can get to water. Splatter with purple. Did anybody need alternates? That's way too much purple. All right. Yes. Yes, Lynn, what you need? Oh, yes. Yes, most certainly. Most certainly. Not a problem at all. I'm just kind of spreading this out in my wipe off page here that I'm keeping to the side. All right, you guys are ready. All right. Whoops. I'm going to do the one that fell closest. All right. Next one says, use a household item. So a plastic fork, you know, a silicone pot holder, anything that you would use around the house that you can dip in paint or put ink on it or something, you can do that. So use a household item. Remember, you have to use one of your three colors. One of your three colors that you chose at the beginning. So I've used green, yellow, and blue. So I think I'll go back and do more green. I think I'm going to put the puppy out in her outdoor playpen though real quick. I wish I had a yard where I could just put her out, but I don't. So she's got to go out in her playpen, which is, it's on the grass, so she can still sniff and everything. So I'm going to do something when I get back. Do you want to go out in your playpen for a little bit, honey? You're sitting over here making so much noise. Come here. Digging and carrying on. Come here. You got to have your pretty necklace on before you go outside. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. I'm here on my own, so pet care is up to me. Howard, I'm bringing the dog out. Doggy's coming out. Doggy's coming out. Sorry, she's hungry. She's checking her dish for food, so let me feed her real quick. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Need to grab a green sponge. Run. Multitasking. Okay. Lynn's telling y'all about the Disabled Artists Foundation. It's a nonprofit that raises funds to support artists. Whew. You know, I was going to have to feed her too. I thought I could just take her out there and put her in there, but she had other plans. I'm not going to put a whole lot of these on because y'all are probably waiting on me. Oh, it was use a household item. That's right. Use a household item. All right, I'll use this curler. It's a household item. Oh, it's a stick tight. Floated in from somewhere. I think I like to just put out a glob of paint. Work my curler around it. I think I like that better than trying to dab it on. Yeah. Remember, don't neglect dropping off the side of your page. And I think I'm going to do ATCs with these to swap. So if you guys want to swap, you'll just have to let me know. Okay, get my book back. It's picked up some purple off this page. That's all. This is only my cleanup page. Whoa! The air conditioner blows pretty hard, which is making this dry really fast. All right. No. You need to go away too. This is an art group. All right. Here we go. This is number 6. Getting a lot of trolls tonight. Stacks of circles in decreasing size. Stacks of circles in decreasing size. And what I mean by that is do like a circle, then the next one's a little smaller, and a little smaller, and a little smaller, and so on. And just do them randomly over your page. I'm going to have to dry mine before I can do that. Stacks of circles in decreasing size. Now, if you want to use paint, dip the back of your paintbrush in it. If you just dip and then make a circle and then make another one, each one will immediately go smaller. So I need to get some paint in one of my colors, different shade maybe. So green, let's see, I think I used blue next, so I need a different blue. And I want a plastic handled. I like this plastic handled paintbrush to do this with because it seems to work better. I don't know. So when you dip it in, and then you just 1, 2, they immediately get smaller and smaller. And I've got this thing about groups of 5 for some reason. So usually mine are 5 and then I stop. And you don't have to go all in the same direction. You can turn your page as you go too, but I'm going to leave that up to y'all. Mine's not exactly straight. Ooh, green paint's still wet back. You know, as your channel grows, you get more trolls, I've found. So I want the rest of this page is going to go in the opposite direction because I'm trying to avoid wet paint. I tried to think up some prompts that would give us an end result of useful backgrounds. Hi, Gina. How are you? This is an anti-glitter zone tonight. No glitter shall be used. I think after last week, we're just tired of glitter. At least I was. And hopefully the kitty cats and the dog will all quit interrupting me now so I can just stay on here and focus. That's the bad thing when you're the only one home and they all seem to demand stuff at the same time. You end up getting sidetracked. Do as many of these or as few as you want. Mary's ready. I'm sorry, Janet. I can't believe we're getting this many trolls tonight. Uh-oh. Denise Joe said, don't make her spit out her coffee, Laura. All right. I've got some readies. We are doing our Dirty Dozen prompt session, and we're going to make it into either artist trading cards, which I'm going to cut mine up for that, or postcards. Because if I cut this in half this way and in half this way, I get 4 nice sized postcards. Okay, so remember, whatever the prompt is, you have to use one of the 3 colors that you picked at the very beginning. All right, DYlusions paint or acrylic paint. So if you've got DYlusions and you haven't used it, Mary's a mod, Janet's a mod. Holly, do you want to be a mod? Because we seem to have a whole lot of trolls tonight. If you don't mind, I'll make you one. That's a good idea, Gina. For anybody that didn't catch it, if you make copies of your background before you cut it up, then you have backgrounds that you can use again and again. Scan, scan, scan. I knew what you meant. Oh, Lynn, that's fine. Okay, Holly says she will. Hang on. I think I got Susan Baker. The chat moved right as I got to the 3 dots. Holly Dalton is now a moderator for your channel. So if you have DYlusions paint, I don't have any. I saw somebody, Jen Yates, said that it's on clearance at Michael's, and I'm trying to just not go because I'll look at other stuff when I'm there. And I was already bad at Joann's with that 30% off additional on clearance last week. So no, I'm not doing it. So, okay, I've done green, blue, yellow. I've done green, blue, so a yellow paint. I think I'm going to end up with a hot mess, but it'll be all right. I keep forgetting to write these down so I can put them in the description afterwards. Mine's like a sieve. I don't know if I spelled acrylic right. Oh my goodness. I haven't been sleeping well this week, and I don't know if it was that medicine the doctor put me on or the nurse practitioner put me on or what. Oh, I'm just using my finger to spread the rest of this blue out on here. This doesn't have to look like anything. It's just a wipe off page. The object is to turn it into something later. All right, so now I've got that tray over there, but I still use my drop paper because my plan is to use this drop paper to make cards. I like to make cards out of my drop paper. Is everybody okay for that prompt? I meant to ask before I moved on to it. Oh, I think this sponge is shot. It's all hard on the end. We'll fix that. I'll just chop the hard bit off. Get a little bit more use out of that sponge. That's what happens when you leave it and don't drop it in water. I don't like these sponges anyway. I got them off Amazon, and they're not the same. The little holes in them are really big, so it's like you're putting little bubbles down. Becky, alt, please. Somebody needs an alt. Okay. An alternate. Blacken out an area in any way. So you could like take black paint and just put a stencil down and black out an area. So it looks like there's a silhouette or a shadow standing on it. Is that workable? You feel like you got too much color already? See, I don't mind the backgrounds being busy if I know I'm chopping it up into something smaller. Because anything ugly, chopped up smaller looks better. That's a quilter's motto. You have paint on top of paint. My page is really dark. Well, Holly, you could stencil with some white to lighten it up. Like I said before, we're not prompt police. These are just suggestions to get you to put something down on the paper. This is strictly for fun and play. If it wasn't, we wouldn't play these games. And I wouldn't do these games every week if y'all weren't enjoying it. You know, I think I could participate in some kind of prompt, you know, at every live show, but that's me. Not everybody wants to do that. I have fun doing them, and I like sending out the postcards or the artist trading cards or whatever I come up with from these. Gina, you got me inspired. I bought some fabric at Joann's to make myself a couple tops because even the clearance fabric was an additional 30% off on Sunday. So I said, hey, I haven't sewn anything for myself. Yep, you can use stencils again. You know, any prompt can be used again. If you don't like a prompt, use a previous prompt. It's just for fun. As I was watching Mary, I was watching Mary do Lisa's Pick 10. And I was laughing because she said, oh, no, I'm going to rebel. I'm rebelling. And she went rogue. She went gold. She went off the rails. And I was like, you go, girl. Have fun. That's what we're supposed to be doing, is having fun together. It's, you know, there's no competition here. There's no rules set in stone. It's art. It's play. It's fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got it's kind of I would pick it up, but I've got paint all over me. I've got one that's a floral print, and then one that's a kind of an aquamarine with, I think they're silver butterflies or gold butterflies. I can't tell from this angle and in this light. Yep, gold rogue. Yep. Gold fixes everything, Mary says. Yep, she wanted that wild card the other night. She got it. Yep, a little rebellion helps too. Uh-oh, I moved the camera. You're getting to look at my goopy water. Isn't that nice? The Dollar Tree has die cuts of butterflies. My Dollar Trees really stink. I don't get the good stuff here at all. All right, here we go. And remember, if you want me to pull an alternate, let me know. Doodle in white. Number 8 is Doodle in white. And the alternate we pulled last time was to blacken out an area, which would be kind of cool to blacken out an area and then doodle on it in white. So are you guys okay with Doodle in white? I just don't think it's going to show up on mine. So I might pull an alternate. I'm going to pull an alternate. Yeah, I'm getting tired. My words are all going together. All right, here's one. Trace around something. That's an alternate. So I've got to dry this. My brain is reverting back to stenciling something out so that I can doodle in it with white. But I want to get some of this dry before I do that. Or I might just blacken out. Okay. You're okay with the doodle in white? You must have got more color on yours. I'm still showing so much background that doodling in white, I don't think it would do much. I think I'm just going to black out some areas. Our dog is nearly completely blind. I think she can see lights and darks, but she's kind of looking toward the house like, you left me out here. Hey, did you know you left me out? It's starting to get dark. I'll have to go get her in a little bit. Blacken out an area. I haven't used this in a while. This is another one. I think I'd be better off cutting it apart on the dotted line. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it apart. I think this one was free in a magazine. Your white sucked up the spray. Yeah. I've found that happens quite a lot when you use sprays and then you try to use, what's it called? A Posca pen. It's like it all disappears. Because that ink gets hydrated and moves around. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I guess we'll find out together. Sorry, gone in the zone. I forget to talk sometimes when I'm working along. Uh-oh, Susan's been shopping. All right, that was the 8th prompt, so we have 4 left to do. Well, I'm going to hold the doodle in white till the end and maybe use it afterwards on my individual cards. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to need more black paint out than I got out. Hi, Teresa. I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of funky flower or some kind of sea urchin. I think it's a flower. Scott said to thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. He had a pretty good birthday. We just kind of took it easy that day. All right, I'm going to set this over here and bring my book back up here. And we'll just clean this black up. You guys tell me you're ready now. I'm not seeing any readies yet. I need to catch up with chat here for a minute. That's 4. I can't have just 4 on the page. Gotta have 5. Or I should have stopped at 3. All right, good enough. Hey, Journey. I got your envelope. I opened all the happy mail at the beginning from you guys. Thanks so much. I love artist trading cards and filling my notebook up with cards. It's fun to look through there and you get ideas and things from each other. I'll finish cutting those apart later. What came after purple splatters? Well, use a household object to stamp with. And then we did stacks of circles in decreasing size. I wrote paint, but I meant size. And we did that with the back of a paintbrush. You dip it in the paint and then just do a dot and then do another 4 dots. And it just makes them get smaller and smaller. I don't know if you can even see that. The blue dots. And then after we did that, we did DYlusions paint. And if you didn't have DYlusions, like I didn't, you used acrylic paint. And then number 8 was Doodle in white. But I did an alternate of blacking out an area, which I think is looking kind of cool. I don't know if you guys do this or not, but a lot of times when I'm working on something, if I can take a picture of it or get it up on the screen where I'm seeing it in a different perspective and the lighting is better and everything, because to me, everything looks yellow, but on the screen, it doesn't look that way. So yeah. All right, I've got a couple readies. Mary, are you doing another doormat? That's the size of paper Mary does. She does this huge piece. It's like the size of a doormat. All right. Okay, number 9. Add lines with a card. Add lines with a card. Remember, you got to use one of your 3 colors. We're going to be pretty full tonight. Hi, Kim. You're new to me. Welcome. They are big, yep. But I think Mary said she gets 18 postcards out of one of those sheets to mail out. And if you guys haven't seen her bee and her butterfly postcards, they're awesome. All right, a card. And I'm doing... I just cleaned up my mess from yesterday's crafting session with Tanya and Beth and Lisa. And we had a big time. The group of us getting on and crafting together, that was just so much fun. We'll have to do that again. We did a hangout, you guys, and we just crafted all afternoon. All right, that's not going to work. Something's got to change there. I'm looking for something to make lines with. Oh, this old card. It's got so much paint caked up on it. I don't know what kind of lines I'll get, but it could be interesting. Yeah, she gets 18 4x6 postcards, but not tonight. Oh, you're doing something different tonight? That's different. Tired of doing so many postcards, Mary? All right. It's okay to be different. The world would be boring if we were all exactly the same. Oh, I'm glad that air conditioner kicked on. It is really hot in here. I so wish it would rain. I'm so wishing it would rain. My son was talking about he wanted to run down to the beach and do some surfing, and then he saw where they're getting more spottings of great white sharks and man-o-wars and things at Myrtle Beach. So he's changed his mind. I don't know what he's going to do. I said, you could go out to Lake Murray and do the bodyboarding where you stand and you do exercises on a bodyboard. He said it's not the same as surfing. It's like, well, picky. All right, I made lines. Now I'm going to scrape this in my book. This card just gets thrown in my box of stuff. Yeah, she finished planting her flowers. I believe she said that the other day. Because of Mary, I brought a bunch of pots up from our house. And I've got them out there, but I want to do the stone sealer on them so that they don't dry out so fast. Okay. We just added straight lines. This says wavy lines. So you can add some wavy lines. 10 is wavy lines. 6 was the stacks of circles in decreasing size. So you do a group of them and they're stacked and go from big to small. 7 was DYlusions paint or acrylic paint, and 8 was Doodle in white. I think I'm going to do wavy lines in between the lines I just made. Who all is doing the art ATC a day with Art Joy of Sharing? I'm actually up to date. I was thinking I would get off to a bad start with having to be down at the house doing repairs over the week. I can't do a wavy line sideways. But I've actually kept up. I get up, and while Scott's still asleep, I sit here and I quietly get my ATC of the day done, and I go ahead and post it in the group and post it to Instagram. I don't know if I posted it to Instagram today. I do not remember. I'm pretty sure I posted it to the group. I'm trying not to commit to so many different things so that I get myself overwhelmed and lost, and yeah. My mother-in-law, you guys, she's 92. She gets on the internet. She got mad at me because I didn't share with her when we were down there that I had been to the doctor and all, because I shared it on Facebook, saying another trip to the doctor for the same old thing. And I was like, well, I didn't say anything about it because I was about over it by the time we came down there. I'm just not one to call. I do not like talking on the telephone. I don't know what it is about it. I just do not like talking on the telephone. I think it's because the nerve in my neck puts my arms to sleep, and then it hurts really bad when I finally hang up. Like if my mother calls and puts me on a marathon call of she just won't let me go, it's like I can't move my arm afterwards, or I drop the phone. So, okay, I got wavy lines. Looks like Rick Rack. Yeah, she's 92. She's on Facebook, and she's mainly on there for her church because they do prayer requests and stuff like that through the church's thing. Okay, Jersey's ready. Sandy is ready. Y'all are quick. Okay. So number 11. Oh, they're too far down in the glass. My fingers aren't that long. Add a border. Now you guys know I'm going to hold this till after I cut this apart because I'll put a border on my ATCs. So Is anybody else going to hold their border for after they cut them apart, or is everybody? How many are going to chop theirs up, and who all is going to just is doing a page where they can just add their border? Mary's going to hold because I know she and I cut them up. Okay, y'all are holding. I'm going to go ahead and pick 12. And if you're doing the border, just keep in mind the next one is the last prompt. I'm going to call it off right now. Add tiny spirals. Add tiny spirals. Add tiny spirals. And that's prompt 12. And if you need an alternate, there's 2 left in here. If you don't want to do tiny spirals. I think I would like something with a very fine tip to do tiny spirals. My phone is off in my purse. Let's see, what do I have in my colors? Let's see. Oh, it's not what I thought it was. I found this when I was cleaning up, and it says Rebecca McCauley, $59 for silver from May 23rd of 2011. I don't know what I bought for $59. It was silver. I haven't a clue. I thought that was weird. Like, what on earth did I buy back then that I'd spend? Yeah, 10 was wavy lines. So Janet, if you didn't see that, Susan said she would do the prompt so you could play next time. I think the biggest thing that we had tonight is we had a lot of trolls. People coming in just to be disruptive. I'll never understand the need to do that. If you're that bored, get some supplies and join us for that. You don't have to come in and be disruptive. Come and have fun. I think I am going to go ahead and pull out a white Posca pen and do a little doodling on the big black flowers before I chop it up. When I do any kind of swaps that I've made multiples, I keep one for myself just so I can remember what it looks like. I could do they're crying out for something, that's for sure. Beth, what you going on about silver? I must have missed something. Easy enough to do. That's enough tiny spirals. Now it's free play. Woohoo, free play. Beth, you do Tuesdays and Thursday nights, right? I don't know that this is going to write as good as the... I did have this all cleared up. Honest, I did. I promise. I see Tanya's got her 100-day project for day 65 is up. And Lisa, I see you've got your iCads for June 4th and 5th. And Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafts will be live in 30 minutes to do her mixed media mashup number. Oh, I didn't get the number. But she's way on up there. She's been doing mixed media mashups forever. My original set of cards was from her mixed media mashup. She had said she would send the prompts to anybody that asked. And so I got them and I made a set of cards, and I haven't used those because we mix things up so much. And I have the cards that I had that challenge for. I have that set of cards. I have a set of cards I did with Barb Owens. And I can't remember the other set. I think I've got one more set of prompt cards. I got my kitty cat set that I made with scraps out of my scrap bin. So you don't have to have like a deck of cards or something to make, or sticks or anything. Just keep some of your white or black scraps and just make yourself your own deck of cards. You can use black, just write with white pen. Making dots, making dots. Oh, Journey, let me show you the inchies swap that we did, because I put the ones that I had received in a shadow box. For anybody that's never seen it, I want to show it to you. So even though these are just little pieces of cardboard that y'all did art on, look, when you put them in a shadow box like this, isn't that a pretty display? I can't do red tiny spirals. Red's not one of my colors. You have to use one of your 3 colors. And I did not measure these out. I just eyeballed them to do the rows and the spacing. So even your little tiny trades can turn into something pretty. Now, I did a Twinchies swap one time where you all, it was a challenge, and you sent me 4 Twinchies. And I had them all down the side of my refrigerator. I have since had to take them off. I've got most of them off the refrigerator in a box simply because the cats thought they were, the most delightful toys they've ever found. They get excited about one and they pull bits off and I have to glue them back on. So I just took them down. So think about how you could display pieces that people send you in your art space to inspire you, is what I'm getting at. So I waited for the shadow boxes to go on sale at Michael's, and I picked one up and did that. There we go. Now you can see that flower. So I was not going to stay on late tonight because I've got a little bit of a sore throat. I think it's because we talked so much yesterday. And usually I'm here by myself just quietly working. So not used to talking as much as I used to. Yeah, Lisa's doing the spinning class tomorrow night. I've got to go back to your videos at the beginning, Lisa, because I was a bad girl and I need to catch up with how to load the starter piece and all of that. My son, he works in a warehouse. He's been having a horrible time with the heat. I told him, I said, you need to just make sure you're drinking a lot. And they had the emergency crew stop out there to check on people a couple times this week, people overheating. Because in a warehouse, they don't run the air. So it's extremely hot in there. Yeah, I know it's you've got a playlist and I put you in a playlist too. So that I have you on a playlist on my channel as well. So I can find them. I need to do that before you go live tomorrow. Oh, and what time is it tomorrow? Oh, his ankle is fine now. He just wrenched it really bad stepping off that lift. He's the maintenance man at night. He just stepped wrong, and at 6'3", about 200 pounds, all it takes is for him to step wrong, and he's twisted his ankle. Well, this is about as exciting as watching paint dry, watching me do little dots all over the place. But during our hangout yesterday, I got a whole bunch of stuff done, which was awesome. I still have to finish my TP roll book and my 2 Do-Si-Do books. They need some way to close them. And that's all they need of the Do-Si-Do. Now, the TP thing, I need more small images of women together like friends, or coffee or tea kind of things. Good night, Mary. Good night. Okay, Lisa, I saw your message. I was looking through my traveling art bag that I have that I grab when we go down to the house in case I need an art therapy moment. I have that backpack I take with me. Well, in it was some of those colored pencils that you get like 3 or 4 colors and in the pencil. So as you use the pencil, the color changes, you know, the ones I'm talking about. I thought how cool it would be to sketch a face with those. I might do that in my face journal and I'll just share it. I just can't do faces live. I need time to do them. They take me a long time and I get nervous when y'all are watching me draw. When it's just me and I'm sitting here and it's free flow and, you know, you do better at some things. Not under the proverbial microscope. I had fun with last night's session, but I got one weird page and I went and I got this whole scrapbook paper pad. When she said use scrapbook paper, I said, I've got the perfect pad of this. It's all these snarky little remarks. And it said, the one I chose said, absolutely no thought went into this. And it kind of fit the page because it looked like a train wreck. This looks like flowers on grandma's tablecloth, doesn't it? Oh, I love it when a Posca pen is nice and juicy. All right, we got other people going. Good night, Sharon. Good night, Denise. Thanks for coming, all you Jersey crafter folks. That was very nice of y'all to come on over tonight. I hope you had fun for those that played along. Oh, I forgot to mention that we do have a hashtag for these prompt picks. If you do hashtag prompt picks anywhere on social media, we can look you up. And anybody that does prompt sessions can use that hashtag so that everybody can see your art. Oh, I'm getting tired of making dots. But the dots and the spirals and the flowers really make them. But now I'm wondering, do I want to make ATCs? Because if I chop these to ATC size, I'll lose the flowers. I see the chat moving again. I'll have to look up here in just a sec. Uh-oh, you used your bingo card? Yes, you can still do the trace around something if you want to. That was an alternate, right? Was that one an alternate? Yeah, it was an alternate. It wasn't a mandatory one. It was one that if you didn't like a prompt that I called, you could do it. So it's up to you. If you want to still do it, you can. If you don't have to. Like I say, we're not the prompt police. We let Mary go rogue and gold all the time. I'm really kind of liking this now that I'm adding the dots though. So I'm glad I thought to save the white doodle for something else. I just was afraid that the white doodles would get lost in this busy background. And the reason I stay away from magazine pictures and that kind of thing is because I generally use these prompt sessions as backgrounds when I'm doing it on a separate sheet. But when I'm doing it in one of my journals, which I have a Pick 10 journal, then I love having the, focal image. But when it's on a piece I'm going to use just as backgrounds, I don't really want a focal image, on the whole sheet, because I'll chop it up and then I'd have like an eyeball on one page and a nose on another, and that could get kind of creepy. Good night, Vicki. Okay, we'll see you next week. I'll be on Lisa's hangout tomorrow trying to learn to do this spinning. I've never done it before. My sister does it and loves it. I think next weekend she's having a Roman kiln firing at her friend's house, because they have property and they let her dig up a hole in their yard to build the Roman kiln. So I'm probably going to try to make it to at least part of that. It's kind of an all-day thing, because you have to, after it's loaded, you have to get a fire started in it, and then you have to sit there and wait and keep adding to the fire until it gets to temperature, and then you got to keep it at temperature for several hours. So they're there in front of that hot kiln all day, and it's an earthen kiln in the ground, and you don't know what you'll get, but when she pulls it open, she doesn't know what's cracked or anything, because you can't look down in it because it's just the flame coming up. But it's fun to go. It's mostly a lot of her SCA friends are there, but some of us family members occasionally go and pop in. And her son's getting married this weekend, and the newlyweds will be there to see anybody that couldn't make it to the wedding in Maryland. I told my sister, I said, I can't drive to Maryland right now. I just can't do it. We're trying so hard to get our house, ready to be listed before the end of summer. Because we own our house, but we don't live in our house. Our son lives there. And now I have the only remaining dog. She travels back and forth with us now, so Greg doesn't have to care for dogs anymore. He just has his 2 cats, which I think that makes him really happy, because he's not really a dog person. And Bernadette's getting a whole lot better care. She thinks she's a little diva now, but that's okay. Oh, Danny, good night. Thanks for hanging. It's just getting on to 9:30. My phone will be crowing at me saying, it's 9:30. Do you want to sign off now, or are you going to keep playing, or what? But I still have dishes to do and that kind of stuff, but I wanted to finish these dots at least, so we can see what the whole thing looks like. Which, if I move the page too fast, I think the camera gets dizzy. I've been trying to think of some projects we could do. We've made boxes together. We've done an exploding card together. We've done a lunch bag journal. I was thinking about, after I seal the flower pots I brought up, I might paint them. if I seal them up good and then paint, maybe that would give me even more protection from drying out. And the pots would be pretty. I'd probably have to put something on them though to protect the paint, some kind of clear coat or something. Yeah, Bernadette, she just, I don't know. She loves to go, go, go. Now she's gotten used to riding in the truck with us back down. The only thing is we'll stop at the rest stop because it's a 2-hour drive each time we go down there, each time we come back. So we spend 4 hours on the road basically over a weekend. And so we'll stop at the rest stop. There's 2. We'll stop at either one of them, whichever one we start hearing her gripe at first. And what I mean by that is she'll sit there and she'll twitch around and she'll fidget in the seat. And then all of a sudden she'll go, ugh, just like that. Like, I am fed up. I've got to go. You're going to have to stop just for me. And we used to stop at Cracker Barrel and have dinner or breakfast, depending on, you know, if we wanted to stop for breakfast on Saturday or dinner on Sunday. But now with her, we can't do that because it's just too hot in the vehicle. So ta-da! There's mine. So let's see. I don't think I care to repeat it, but it looks good like this. I'm just going to cut it into postcards. I was going to do artist trading cards, but I think I'd lose too much of the design. See, because if I cut this at 2.5, it's going to be like that much. I think I'd rather do postcards out of this. So I'm going to cut this by 6. And I do 4.5 by 6 because the paper is 9 by 12. So see, now I have 2 postcards. And I still have to add my border too. So let me show you how I add my borders really quick. And I'll just surprise people. I won't count these as a swap. I can just mail these out. I'm going to add my border, and I might add a quote. And then I'd like to brayer clear coat on these too, if I'm going to mail them as postcards, so that they'll hold up in the mailing. And I love these fat Sharpies. I got this idea from Cindy Utter. She gets a nice fat Sharpie, and then you can just line your ruler up and then just run your fat Sharpie down along, and it gives you a beautiful border every single time. Look at that. See how it does? And it just frames it out, and I'm just eyeballing the width. You could make your borders as big or as small as you want, but a border really, it just pulls it all together, I think. Okay, so that's what mine are going to look like. And what I do is when I add a quote, I'll add it somewhere where it's away from the flower. So like over here would be a good place to add it on this one. And this one, I might add it down here. And then this one over here. So wherever the most open space is, that one's going to be right in the middle of the postcard, but that's okay. Okay. Susan says back, need food. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, guys, these will all look like this. 1 I will keep, 3 I will mail out to some random folks. I mailed out 3 for last week's postcards. They went. I would be interested to know if they arrived because they had a ton of glitter on them. And I just slapped the postcard stamp on it and put it in the outdoor mailbox. I didn't take them in. So hopefully they got to you all that were getting one. And I'm going to go because my throat's getting really sore. And I got to go get the dog. So we'll play again next week, 7 o'clock Eastern. Everybody have a good night. Sleep well.